Alright, so here we are in 12D Synergy version 4, and I'm going to show you some of the spatial features. So we begin by doing a job search, and what we can see straight away is as we begin to move through our list of jobs that might show up, we actually get a bit of a map straight away that we can have a look at, which might show us something about the job we're looking at in this list. So I'm just going to open up this job now, and we can see that the map is available over here, and we can just kind of dive right in and have a bit of a look around. And this is at 1 Macquarie Street in Sydney. I can then click that. This is the same job, but I do get a little bit of information there. Alright, that's great. It's nice and pretty. We can see everything we need to see. Let's go and then search for a job using a map. So obviously you have your standard attribute based search that you've always been able to do, but now you do have the option to basically search by a map. So I know the other job I'm looking for is somewhere in this region. I can draw a rectangle, hit find, and it will return the results. So the job we had before and my other job that I'm looking for, which is actually also in Sydney, just a little bit down the road, and we can open that one up as well. Now what you may have noticed is that there's also another option in there that's worth taking a look at when we do our map-based search. We can actually see a map of all the jobs, which is a little bit more zoomed into those extents. And we can get the information on the side so we can pick which job we would like to open. So I'm going to open up this one here. And away we go. Let's go back to that map screen and have a look at what options we have on here. So we have options to do things like configure the map and look at different layers, and we will take a look at that shortly, but what I'm going to do right now is actually just tick on this box here which says show surrounding jobs. So this is really a quick way of saying, look, what jobs are in the immediate environment. What else is around me that I need to know about? Now this search radius can be defined in the administrator on the mapping tab. So you can make it as broad a search as you like. You can also get information about those jobs. If you need to see information, you can open them quite quickly if you need to. We can also then do broader searching. So we have options to search for jobs, which is similar to what we just did, but with more constraints. So you might say, well, you know, what range are we looking at? 100 kilometers is quite broad in this case. We might say within 10 kilometers, and then we get the standard job search coming up. So we might say, I'm actually looking for jobs within 10 kilometers of here that have certain characteristics like inactive or active, or were done in the last couple of years. So it really gives you the ability to look for jobs that might have conflicts or relevant information for any work that's about to go ahead. Now you might get this same sort of information by doing a file search, because say for example I'm looking for any jobs in a 1 kilometer radius that actually that have files for dial before you dig reports, which is obviously reasonably important. So I'm going to say I'm just looking for anything I know that I've named them properly, and I'm going to look for anything that has the word dial in there, and it's going to show me these two jobs came up. So it's found one file here and also one file here, and if there's, this will show you a number of files, I think around about 100 results before you have to pop this up and you get the full standard file listing within Synergy. You can see that it's a PDF, get the information you need, and so on. I think the last thing that I'd like to show you here is how you can add additional layers. Now layers can be added at a user level or at a project level or at a administrative level. So we could add it in the administrator here and say every single user that uses the system will see additional layers, but we're not too interested in doing that right now. We're just going to add it for my instance right here. So we click configure map, and I'm going to add a new layer. It's an ArcGIS layer. I'm going to add some parcels from the New South Wales government, or parcel boundaries. Hit save, and you can control the order as well, which is obviously really important when rendering. Give that a moment and those layers will start to be downloaded. So that's downloaded from the New South Wales Government Live. As they make updates, we'll get those updates as well. There we go. So as we move around, we'll get different bits of information for different tiles. There we go. And it all comes down to the informational sources that you're using. You might have shapefiles, you might have KML, you might be using the WMTS or the Web Mapping Tile Service. There's lots of different sources available, and most of the government groups are providing these online, but your own internal departments may also be making these available for you.